Go ahead.
Good evening, welcome back to Cooking with Dad and M. I am Gabriel, and welcome back. So tonight we're going to be cooking something we probably haven't done in a while.
It's been a little bit, but yeah. Go ahead.
So let's get started.
Alright, welcome back. Hope you guys had a nice weekend. How about that cold weather last night, huh? Yeah. Well, I don't want to say unusual, but a little typical for this time of year in this state. Should be used to that by now. Damn. Yeah, a bunch of gray hair on my chin, I'm noticing. Oh well. I like it. So, enough talk about beards and weather. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of what we are here for. We are here to make some chicken, fried chicken, KFC style even. So I had asked the kids earlier today after I picked them up from my ex-father-in-law's, their grandpa. I had asked them if they wanted the chicken with waffles or if they wanted them with French fries. They chose waffles, so I said, okay, well, we'll do chicken and waffles tonight. I mean, who doesn't love chicken and waffles? I mean, I can understand if you don't, but it seems like an odd combination. But oh my God, if you have not tried it, try it. 2 places here in town that I know of that do it, maybe more. I know IHOP does it for sure, but Frank's Chicken and Waffles on San Mateo, just north of Central, little yellow building. Nexus right there off of Pan American and Montgomery. They're a good spot as well. But I mean, chose to do it by ourselves. We've done chicken and waffles here a few times already, but what's one more, right? All right, so like I said, we're doing the KFC style chicken tonight. If you guys aren't familiar with the KFC recipe, I'm sure a lot of you are. You know the whole 11 herbs and spices spiel that they do. Well, I've got all 11 herbs and spices, so I will show you here in a second. KFC original recipe chicken copycat. There's the end. There's what it's supposed to look like. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Uncovered by a food reporter from Colonel Sanders' nephew. Republished with all 11 herbs and spices to make a picture-perfect KFC chicken at home. So, let's get to it. First off, what you're going to need is you're going to need 2 cups of flour. Then, we're getting to the 11 herbs and spices. You're going to need 2/3 of a tablespoon of salt, 1/2 tablespoon of thyme leaves, 1/2 tablespoon of basil leaves, 1/3 tablespoon of oregano, 1 tablespoon of celery salt, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of dried mustard powder, 3 tablespoons of paprika, or if you're feeling daring, you can go with what the original recipe calls for, is 4. I'm using 4. 2 tablespoons of garlic salt, 1 tablespoon of ground ginger, 3 tablespoons of ground white pepper. The accent seasoning, excuse me, 2 teaspoons of accent seasoning is optional. I don't have that, so I left that out as well. 1 cup of buttermilk, 1 large egg, and it says 1 chicken cut into 10 pieces, but if you don't want to use a whole chicken, or if you don't want to use a bone-in chicken, you can do what we did and just use chicken strips. So I bought a package of chicken breasts, and I cut that thing up. I cut each of the chicken breasts up into like 6 pieces. So we're going to have a lot of chicken. But, I mean, it's good. It's damn good. Okay. So, 11 herbs and spices. Let me show you here. Okay. I wasn't BSing you about the 11 herbs and spices. I mean, you heard me on the list. You saw the list right there. Let me show you. I'm not going to shortchange you on this one. They wanted 11. I gave them 11. Oregano, garlic salt, basil leaves, ground white pepper, mustard, black pepper, celery salt, ginger, thyme leaves, paprika, and salt. 11. All 11. Now, before using this recipe, I've never worked with white pepper before. I mean, I'm not sure what the difference is other than just the color and maybe a little bit of the taste. But, I mean, for something like this, it comes out good. I mean, that's a lot of white pepper to be using in this recipe too. So, just get you a big container like this. They usually come in sizes like this, about, I don't know, $4 or $5 a bottle, depending on where you get it from. Bear with me, I'm putting some of this stuff back. Okay. All right. Cheryl, welcome. I got a new visitor. Thank you, Cheryl. All right, so instructions. Add spices to a small food processor until they are uniform in size and the thyme, basil, and oregano aren't large in size anymore. I've already done that, so bear with me here. I skipped some of the steps just to speed this up. Add flour in a bowl with all the herbs and spices and mix with the whisk. All right, so I got the flour. I got all the spices mixed up here. And then I got my chicken ready to go. Oops, you're fine. In a second large bowl, add the buttermilk and egg together and whisk until combined. Right there. Remove chicken from the buttermilk. Oh, wait, no. Step 4. Add chicken to the buttermilk and soak for 20 to 30 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes is a long time, at least at this time of night. It is 7 o'clock, and I don't really have 20 or 30 minutes to burn. So, I mean, if you have that kind of time, if you start this thing early enough, you can soak it for 20 to 30 minutes, but I don't. I mean, this whole process is probably going to take about half an hour. I don't know. It's going to take a while. So I don't have 20 to 30 minutes to spare right now. Dredge the chicken pieces. Wait, no. Remove chicken from buttermilk soak and let any excess buttermilk drip off. Dredge the chicken pieces in the flour on all sides and shake off the coating. Let rest on a cookie sheet for 20 to 30 minutes. So that's an extra 30 minutes. That's an additional hour that you're adding to let this stuff sit. You're adding up to 30 minutes to soak in the buttermilk and up to 30 minutes to let the flavor from the spices and the flour mix in there. So I'm skipping that step. Add oil to a deep fryer or a large pot that is at least 5 inches high so the chicken can be fully submerged. Heat the oil to 350 and fry in small batches for 15 to 18 minutes. Okay, so I've got my deep fryer here. I cranked the heat up to 400. So we're gonna cook the chicken. Oops. So instead of the 15 to 18 minutes, we're gonna go about 12 to 15 minutes. Only because we set the temperature a little bit higher, and I mean, that's a lot of chicken I have there, and it's a lot of time. Remove the chicken from the oil and add to a drying rack on top of a clean cookie sheet. If you add it to a paper towel or a newspaper, the bottom of the chicken will steam from the heat and become soft. Oh, what am I needing? What am I needing? Parchment paper, please. Okay, so I've got everything all set up. The only thing we've got left to do is just go ahead and start mixing and cooking. So give me a second here. I gotta get everything set up. All right, hold this for a second, please.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I got my cookie sheet with parchment paper. So we're going to place the chicken from the fryer inside here. Now, in times past with this, I've double dipped the chicken. I've double dipped the chicken in the buttermilk mix and in the flour mix. I mean, you can if you want to, but chances are you're going to be needing more of the flour spice mix plus more of the buttermilk and the egg. So it's your choice. The only thing that the double dipping is going to do is it's going to add an extra layer of the flavor from the flour onto your chicken. I mean, it's good. I love double dipping when it comes to frying foods. I know the kids do too. Right, Gabriel? But just for the sake of time and ingredients, we're going to skip that. Maybe next time. Okay. So, like I said, I got my chicken ready to go. There's my buttermilk and egg. Here's my flour. Let's get started. All right, if you want, go ahead and flip them around in there. Just get them all nice and coated on all sides. And then let's go ahead and drop them into the flour, but pick them up and let them drip off. Okay, pick them up and drip them, let the mix drip off, and then put them in the flour. Doesn't have to be completely drip dry, but just enough. That's good. Just gonna shake it a little bit too. Oops. All right, let me get this one here. All right, go ahead and put some more of the chicken in that mix. Okay, so while we're doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and get some of the chicken coated with the flour mix here. Toss them around a bit. Try not to get too much of that, because remember there's raw egg in there, okay? I don't want you to get sick from eating the raw egg.
Okay.
I mean, not that you definitely will, but I just don't want it to happen.
Okay.
Okay, whenever you get a chance, put some more pieces in there. All right, so we got our first batch of chicken in the fryer. Woo! Ooh, that's got a kick. Damn, that is good though.
How long do we have to have them fried?
What happened?
How long do we have to fry them?
We're gonna go about between 13 to 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna go with this batch until about 7:20. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting some more chicken in there too. Ooh, broken finger.
Huh?
Oh no, sorry. Sports highlights.
I thought that was an April Fool's prank.
Oh no, it's a baseball.
Nice. Broken finger?
Yeah, somebody for the Rockies got a broken finger.
Ouch. Oops, sorry.
Okay. Go ahead. All right, go ahead and give me some more in that buttermilk. I'm gonna let this batch fry before I stick any more in there. Remember, just flip them around in there, and then put them in here. And then just kind of flip them around, toss the bowl around like this, however you want to do it. Just go in here. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that mix. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's spicy. That's gonna be very spicy stuff, but it's good. So, I'm not sure exactly how many pieces I have here in the fryer right now, but we're gonna let it cook for about another 10 minutes or so. As you can see, we got that going. So if you had your temperature set to 350, it recommends for going about 15 to 18 minutes cook time. Okay. Itch.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have our temperature on the deep fryer set to 400. Excuse me. We're gonna let them cook for about 12 to 15 minutes. Just as long as they have a nice, good color to them on the outside. We don't want to burn them either. But I'm gonna check on them here in a couple minutes just to make sure that they have a nice color on the outside. But let me let you look and see what they look like so far.
Ooh.
Okay, so you see,
Wow.
these ones that are darker right there, these are the first ones that I put in. Just kind of stir it around a little bit. All right, so now we've done the KFC chicken a few times before. I've done the KFC chicken with the chicken strips, and I've done them boneless chicken strips, and I've done bone-in with the chicken legs and stuff too. One thing to take note of, if you do have a bone-in chicken, it's going to take a little longer to cook with the bone. So just bear that in mind when you're cooking your chicken. Being that I'm not using bone-in chicken, it shouldn't take as long to cook. So, 7:05. So, I mean, 10 to 12 minutes for boneless chicken should be just about fine. But like, remember, bone-in is different. Bone-in is going to take longer to cook. So just take that into consideration if you use boneless or bone-in chicken. All right, so we're getting more chicken ready here. Go ahead and put some more in the flour. And then just shake it around. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so we're coming up on about 6 minutes, give or take, cook time here. Let's check these ones here. They almost look like French toast sticks. They look like French toast sticks or turds. We're frying turds, Gabriel. Yeah.
Frying turds.
Yeah, we're frying turds here in the kitchen.
Oh wow, that does look burnt.
Yeah. I gotta light my track lighting that's out. I swear, I'm gonna want to replace that thing. That thing bugs.
Yeah.
And those light bulbs are expensive too. I mean, you get your pack of light bulbs that are about, I don't know, $10 for a pack of 4 or 5. I don't know. These ones are like damn near $20 a piece.
Oh, wow.
I think. And they're small. I mean, they're nice, but I don't know. I'm gonna want to get rid of this track lighting.
Yeah, well,
I don't like it.
me neither.
All right, so we're coming up on about 7 minutes here. It's alright, just shake it around pretty good and then make sure that you get it covered. Make sure all the chicken is covered on all sides. As best as you can. All right, so being that this is just the, we're doing the chicken and the waffles, I'm gonna do the chicken and then cut the video. And then I'm gonna do the waffles separately because I'm gonna need to make the batter for the waffles after this. So, I will attach the link for the chicken, but I will take a picture of the chicken and the waffles. Like that, Drew? Needs a little work here coming in on the sides, but for the most part, the thing that sucks about having the beard is that they only want me to have it no longer than 1/4 inch. So, I mean, I don't know if we're coming up on a 1/4 inch right now. I mean, we probably are, so I'm probably due to trim it here soon, but I like it. I haven't let my beard grow out this long in ever. Yeah, that's what she said. I mean, I've had the mustache and the goatee. I mean, I've had the goatee that was, you know, I don't know, yay long, all Captain Lou Albano style, minus the rubber bands. If you guys don't get that reference, look him up, Captain Lou Albano. That dude had a goatee that was down here, and he would tug on it. He had that thing wrapped up in rubber bands. That's an 80s reference for you, if you don't know. Okay, 10 minutes cook time just about, so I'm going to go ahead and take some of these out. Bro, you have the freaking dimples. I'd die for... I know. I mean, yeah, it's a tough call because of the dimples, but... I don't know. I mean, I like the dimples, but I also like the beard. So, I don't know. We'll see. I like it, though. I really like the way it's coming out right now. Now, if they were going to get the okay for us to have the mustache and the goatee, then I would shave the rest of it. But for right now, I like it the way that it is. Give it time. Looks good, bro. I say keep it. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Hold on, let me just shake these.
Okay, so we've got our first batch of chicken right here. Need to add some seasoning to it. I like mine. Seasoning? Yeah, maybe. So we've got our first batch of chicken here. We're going to go ahead and sample it in just a bit, but let me go ahead and get another batch of chicken into the fryer before we do any of that. Yeah, I know. It took me a little bit to figure it out. I knew you meant the beard. I know. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Carefully drop it in.
Like that? Oops.
Yeah, but
sorry.
It's okay. Just don't drop it like that because I don't want it to splash. Just slowly drop it in.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and put some more chicken in there. Okay, that's good right there. Let me take these out. Okay, go ahead and put some more chicken in there. Yummy. Oh, that's good. Let me get a mouthful of flour. Hey, go ahead and put me some more of that in the flour mix. Okay, so this batch we're probably gonna take out, I don't know, close to 7:30. In the meantime, what do you say we sample? All right, go ahead. Lacey, you want to try one?
Ow.
Whew. Oh yeah. So
Just talking with my friends and then I'm choking because of the smell. It smells good, but like choking.
all right, so
Thank you.
you're welcome. About 12 to 15 minutes, maybe even 10. So I let these cook for about 12 to 15 minutes. 10 minutes might be good enough depending on the color of the breading on the outside. You see this one here is pretty dark, but the rest of these aren't too bad. They're not super dark, but they're not light either. It's pretty much your preference on how dark you want the breading to be. But I would say anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes is a good cook time if you're going boneless. Boneless, 10 to 15. Bone in, maybe about 15 to 18. 15 to 20, depending. But bear in mind, the recipe says to cook at 350. We're cooking at 400. So that's why we're kind of varying. Darker the better, Daddy. Yeah. Darker the better. I agree. Nice and crispy too. Alright, so I still have a lot of chicken to go through. And I haven't even gotten to the waffles yet. I haven't even scratched the surface with the waffles, so I probably should. Yeah. Alright, so okay, so you guys kind of get the gist of this. I'm probably going to go ahead and stop the video because I still got the waffles to make. And we're figuring this is all going to be done at close to 8 o'clock, give or take. But I will have a picture of everything when we are done, whenever we're done. But I got to say, this first batch that we already took out, very good. Very good. KFC copycat recipe and waffles. Chicken and waffles, baby. Gotta love it. Right, Gabriel?
Yes.
Gabriel, you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Chill Nana, do you agree? She agrees. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here, only because I gotta finish with the chicken and I gotta get started on the waffles. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow, more than likely. Again, I will attach pictures and the recipe link a little later on when we are completely done. But for the most part, that is it. Let me do a quick recap. Okay, KFC original recipe chicken. 11 herbs and spices. So you're going to start off with 2 cups of flour, 2/3 tablespoon of salt, half a tablespoon of thyme leaves, half a tablespoon of basil, a 1/3 tablespoon of oregano, a tablespoon of celery salt, tablespoon of black pepper, tablespoon of dried mustard, 3 tablespoons of paprika, or if you're feeling daring, you can go with the full 4 that it calls for. 2 tablespoons of garlic salt, a tablespoon of ground ginger, 3 tablespoons of ground white pepper. The accent seasoning is optional. I left that out as well. A cup of buttermilk, 1 egg, and then the chicken, depending on which way you go, they're recommending using a whole chicken cut into pieces here. And then the oil for the frying. It is your choice on if you want to go boneless or bone-in, but bear in mind, their temperature settings are different. Their temperature settings are saying 350 for 15 to 18 minutes with bone-in. I'm not using bone-in, I'm using boneless, so take that into consideration if you do decide to make this yourself, if you go boneless or bone-in. I got another batch ready to come out. Here we go. Okay, so I did maybe about 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes cook time on these ones. So let me see how these ones come out. Let me let them cool down first. All right. Yeah, move that closer. Go ahead and put me some more inside here. Go ahead. Go ahead and put some more in there. That's good. Finger looking good.
Oh, yes.
I went cochino for a second there. Yeah. Finger looking good. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and cut it off. I got to get these waffles glowing. Let me do a quick taste test real quick. Shake those. And then you're ready to put some more in. Okay, so I'm going to try one of these. I was cooked at 8 minutes and see how it looks or how it tastes. So this one, not as dark, but still looks good. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, so 8 minutes. I let these ones cook for 8 minutes. I let the second batch cook for 8 minutes. These ones still came out just as good. Bless you.
Thank you.
The breading on them is not as darker, but they still came out good. Let me show you the difference. So this batch here on the left was 8 minutes. This batch here was about 12 minutes. I mean, they still came out fully cooked. The only difference is that they're darker. So it is your preference on how dark you want them. But like Andrew says, the darker the better. Ooh. All right. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Pictures, recipe soon. Ooh. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll talk to you soon. Go ahead.
Bye.
Bye.